here's Brody Brazil.
I do think it's fair for me to start off this video by declaring that I think Pat Murphy of the Brewers might be the most eclectic manager in all of Major League Baseball. Eclectic, but also, really successful. Like, his team has won its division, the NL Central, each of the last 3 seasons. Right now, they're in a Game 5 situation, an elimination game tomorrow night as I'm recording this against the mighty Chicago Cubs. You've got the small market Brewers going up against the big city Chicago Cubs. They're trying to advance to the NLCS. And, last year, Pat Murphy was National League Manager of the Year for 2024. He's very much in the running for that same honor here in 2025. But going back to his unique nature, identity, presentation, this is the same Pat Murphy who recently, unveiled or talked about or discussed or obviously showcased pocket pancakes during a national telecast on Apple TV. Now, I think people might have known about this tradition he's got, or it's a little bit of a superstition, I suppose, or maybe it's just for pure enjoyment. But yes, the manager of the Brewers keeps pancakes in his back pocket during games for a snack on the bench. And he's very quirky. There's a lot of other things he does too. Let me get to Shakespeare in just a second. I know some people might look at this and say, well, that's not professional, or you want somebody to lead you and be serious and set the tone. Doesn't baseball need more of this? Quirks like this? Innocent stuff like this, entertainment like this? And is he exaggerating a little bit? Do I think he carries around pancakes in his pocket like on a regular basis during the off season when he's going, to the park? I don't know. My point is, what's wrong with this? Anybody that sees this as not fun or not appropriate, I can't relate to that. I think baseball needs more of this, and to a certain degree, right? Like, you can't be silly. You can't be out of context. But look, his team's winning. They're very successful. It's not like he didn't have his moments this year. He had one press conference, I think, in August after a game where he was asked a hard question, and he was pretty hard on the reporter who asked it. So I'm just saying, for the most part, and when the time is right, it's okay to have fun like this. There's nothing wrong with showcasing some personality. Back to Shakespeare. He likes to drop in some Shakespeare lines and references in his post-game press conferences. And literally, I was looking this up this morning as I wanted to showcase an example. This article from the Associated Press is from today. Literally last night as I'm recording this, he dropped some Shakespeare in a post-game press conference. I'll take this from the AP article. With Freddy Peralta going to the mound for Milwaukee for Game 4 of its NL Division Series against the Chicago Cubs, Murphy was asked if the all-star right-hander had been overlooked when it comes to baseball's best pitchers. The 66-year-old Murphy, a top contender for, as I told you, NL Manager of the Year again after he won the award last year, said he didn't know how much credit Peralta received in the media because he reads, quote, a lot of Shakespeare and things like that in his free time. After declaring that the William Shakespeare reference was a joke, Murphy jumped into a few lines from Hamlet, Shakespeare's famed tragedy. Well, a rough few lines, at least. Quote, to be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it's nobler in the minds to suffer the slings and arrows of begotten fortune or bear arms, I'll stop, end quote, Murphy said. What is that, Hamlet? Was that pretty good? I don't have the video of that. I'm just quoting, but you can understand, for a guy to drop that in a post-game, or actually I think it was more like a pre-game press conference, whatever, a media session, you don't hear that very often. It's unique. It's who he is. I love that. Again, personality, showcasing it off. This feels authentic. I don't think he's manufacturing this. Yeah, sometimes it feels like somebody's pushing something they think is cute, and it's not. This is unique. It's obviously Pat Murphy. But I actually want to make the whole purpose of this video, I know we're a couple minutes in, I haven't even gotten to this yet, the way Pat Murphy has been conducting his media sessions here in the postseason, super unique. Check out this tweet by Kurt Hogg. It's the postseason, which means Pat Murphy spends the first 5 minutes of his press conference having the new faces introduce themselves. What are we talking about here? He sits down at a podium, there's a bunch of reporters and cameras back on a little riser off in the distance. And so here is how Pat Murphy starts off his postseason, big picture national media press conferences. Watch this.
All
Hi, Jim. Where are you from? Here.
Where are you from?
Yeah. God bless you. Good to have you. Who's next?
Who's next?
You know me. As my beard is shorter now.
All right. What's your name?
Jared. Chance 6.
Oh, I remember.
You know me, I'm Thomas, CBS 58.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I mean, and that goes on and on, right? That's a small sample of how this is going. But apparently he literally spends 5 minutes, which can feel like an eternity when he's going one by one and there might be 50 familiar or new faces in there. And the fact that he's not doing this aggressively, this is not like, state your name, who are you? He's standing there, eating something, hand in his pocket. He's casual. He doesn't want to sit down yet. He doesn't want to feel like this is super formal, like you're interviewing, well, I guess you are interviewing him, but like you're interviewing with him. He wants to stand there and say, hey, I just want to get to know you before we start this important press conference, before you ask me difficult questions and I give you important answers. I want to set a little tone here. I love this. I've never seen something like that before. I have been to hundreds of press conferences just like that in my professional career. Some of them more formal, like, it's a Stanley Cup final press conference and there's media from across the globe, or a baseball playoff series, or things for the NFL. Like, those are big ones. I've also been to small ones too. Like, hey, it's the 5 of us. We all know each other. And this is before baseball game 138 of the season. I've been to media scrums big and small, but I love this for the big style press conferences. Now, it's not possible when there are 100 people out in the audience. But if it's manageable, if there's 25 people and you just want to say, hi, hello, everybody. Who are you? Nice to meet you. Hey, I never talked before to you. This is great. Again, I've never seen this. And as a person who would be in that media asking questions, I love this. He's not strong-arming anybody. Again, he's not state your name and state your intentions. What are you trying to get out of this? It's not that. He's just saying hi. It does set a tone for a responsible session. Look, I think a lot of times in these national media sessions, you get reporters and hosts and pundits, whoever, that come in with an agenda, and they're really trying to get that manager. Hey, why did you use pitcher X in the 8th inning last night when you lost the game? Was that a good decision in retrospect? And he's like, well, geez, where did this guy come from? I've never seen this person before. Now we're talking on a very serious level. So at least this sets a tone for, hey, nobody's going to try and ambush me here. It's often awkward to have strangers, again, asking you these important questions, and you've never seen these people before, and they don't cover the team hardly ever. In fact, they can't even name 5 players. They were planted this question to ask you. So at least it sets some guardrails here. It sets a familiar tone to the whole conversation, to the whole interview session. I really love it. Also, I'll just say this, beyond any intent of questioning and difficult situations, press conferences are usually rushed. The media sits there, they all wait with their heads down, and then somebody's up at the podium. All right, I'm here. What do you got for me? And they do it in 5 to 7 to 12 minutes. Okay, see you later. Like you've all seen that before. So he's literally saying, you know what, we're just going to take our time here. I love that too. And I'm wondering if what he's doing here, I'm wondering, maybe I'm hoping. I hope this could be a trend, not just in baseball, but in professional sports. Like, have the head coach, have the manager, have the whatever of the team come out there and just do a little bit of back and forth, just to lighten the mood, just to set a tone, to have a good back and forth. And maybe that will make for better questions. And maybe for you, the audience and the consumers of this content, this interview, maybe it really makes for the most important thing, better answers, which is what we all want. Let me know what you think about this and Pat Murphy in general. I wish he and the Brewers the best. Again, I don't have a horse in the race of the Cubs or Brewers this weekend, but any Game 5, any elimination game in a baseball playoff series, that's always interesting. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Also, thumbs up while you're down there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you back here next time.